hot. Ouch, hot.
Welcome back to HIVEMIND Unlimited.
Today we're doing a bracket of the sexiest man alive, and that is according to People magazine, who every year they crown one man to be the sexiest one that is alive still.
Yeah, and it's going to be a bracket of 32.
Yeah, because there is not quite 64 sexiest man alives yet. They've only been doing it since about the 80s, I think.
Yeah.
And yeah, some of people have won it twice, so we narrowed it down to 32 of the hottest hunks, and we're going to pick who the hottest hunk of them all is.
Yep.
Yep. We got our Patreon linked in description. It's only $5 a month. Best way to support us. We got some cool exclusive stuff over there. We also have merch over on copes.shop. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. It's Christmas time in
with
the
these
city.
biddies.
Hey, you play too much. Please stop playing.
Okay.
All right, let's get into this whole thing.
Come on, Riley. Almost forgot your name there for a second.
All right. And just to clear it up really quick, we are two straight white guys, and we're going to be judging it just kind of like on our perspective on the hot hunks. But just to be clear, we're straight.
That feels weird that you have to clear that up.
Well,
we're not queer baiting.
Right. I don't want to like...
Yeah, none of that.
Yeah, we're not going to be doing that.
No.
We don't want you guys to get the wrong idea.
Yeah.
And you can have your own opinion, and it's totally valid, probably more valid than ours.
Especially if you're attracted to men, yes.
Yes. We are not attracted to men in that way.
No, I'm attracted to men who like want to link and build and make financial plans for the future.
Yeah, I'm attracted to men in friendship.
Well, and financially.
Yeah, it's for you. I was just saying.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Yeah. First, 1985's winner, Mel Gibson, versus 2024's winner, John Krasinski from Office.
And Quiet Place.
That's what inspired this video, is they just crowned John Krasinski the sexiest man alive.
God.
And Mel Gibson was 1985, which I think might be the first one ever.
I heard Krasinski's got a cock that won't stop.
Cock that won't quit, huh?
Cock that won't quit. This is like... I think this is Mad Max Mel Gibson. Like this is like when he first kind of burst onto the scene, if you will, so to speak. And his eyes are piercing blue in this.
I was going to say that he looks like a wolf.
And you can almost feel the anti-Semitism coming right through the page.
Yeah, it's just bubbling up. You know, it wasn't quite all the way out there yet, but eventually Passion of the Christ, etc.
And L crash out.
Yeah, he had a big L crash out against Jewish people. One of the worst crash outs, one of the most L crash outs of all time.
Revisiting Mel Gibson's 2008 L crash out against Jews. Did he have a point? Question mark?
Oh, no.
That's like an article you'd see.
Right, and yeah, bad article.
Yeah, terrible.
Yeah,
bad news.
L crash out article. John Krasinski, unfortunately, is kind of like a piece of cardboard. To me, at least, just a very boring type of hot.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. He looks like a guy like... I hate that. I mean, he played in a show that was set in Pennsylvania, but he looked like a hot dude from like Southeast Ohio, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I mean, he's just kind of like, if my friend was dating him, they'd be like, oh yeah, handsome dude. But not anything that's like, gets me feeling a sort of way. Like, wow, what a hot guy, you know?
And Mel Gibson, man, when he hacks up those Brits in The Patriot for his revenge of his dead son, and he's all covered in blood, again, as a straight man, I just want to link and build, but man, that does something to me, like, it's almost carnal, you know?
And again, this is about sex appeal, and it's not about religious views or anything like that.
We're going to set those aside.
When we pick Mel Gibson here, which is going to happen, we don't mean it to excuse any of his behavior or ideologies or anything like that. And I don't know much about what John Krasinski believes, but I'd say Republican is probably the guess here.
Is his name Melvin?
I don't know.
Is it Melvin Gibson?
Thought about that. Yeah, Mel. Is it Melissa? I don't.
Milbert.
I've never thought about that.
What if it's Melman?
Melman? I've never heard of anybody named Melman.
No, that's why he shortened it. Just Mel.
Just Mel?
Oh.
Wow. We've been informed from Grant off camera that his name is Just Mel.
Just Mel. So he dropped the just.
Okay. Mel Gibson wins this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Second matchup, we've got John F. Kennedy Jr. versus Patrick Dempsey. John F. Kennedy Jr. won it in 1988. And Patrick Dempsey won last year, 2023.
I'm going to just say it. I mean, John F. Kennedy Jr., obviously a dark horse here, but have you seen like his fit spreads?
No.
He's got fit spreads out there online. This dude was getting them off, as they say.
He was like a fashion icon?
Like in the most casual kind of like, what do they say? Like muted wealthy or like quiet rich style.
Horse poor?
Horse poor. Yeah, he's horse poor. She's a big horse girl. He looks like, what's his name here? Saltburn.
Oh, Jacob Elordi.
He looks like Jacob Elordi.
And Jacob Elordi these days looks like Father John Misty.
Oh, he's got beard?
He's got beard now.
Oh, that's good.
People were calling him Nephew John Misty on the internet.
Nephew?
They said because it's father and nephew.
Oh, nephew John Misty.
Yeah,
Okay.
because he's younger and.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they were saying that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
just totally. It makes sense,
Uh-huh.
yeah. Dempsey's never really done it for me.
He did it for me in Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
I got it. McDreamy. I totally understand that. McSteamy was hot as well. But he's like one of those guys where he looks hot as an old guy. He's getting older and he still looks very hot.
And we love that.
Yeah, we
with
do.
men instead of women.
Right. For some reason.
I'm recently off a viewing of The Substance, and I get it now. It seems to be hard to be a hot girl in Hollywood.
I wrote my review in the HiveMind newsletter, which comes out every Friday at noon Eastern Standard Time, and it's powered by Beehive. I wrote a review of The Substance, and I thought I got it. And then I saw somebody raise an interesting point about that movie and say that it's about childbirth more than it is about retaining your youth.
Oh, because every time you give birth, it's uglier than the last.
No, it's like it ages the mother. By going through the miracle and hardships of childbirth, you are literally creating another younger being from your body.
Yeah, either way, I thought the movie sucked.
I saw your review of it.
Yeah.
You said old people are ugly.
Yeah.
That was your review.
My old people, yeah.
Stars. I didn't think it sucked, but I didn't love it.
It was
like
just
everybody
brutally
else
on the
did.
nose.
Yeah, it was a little on the nose, but at the same time, there's multiple ways
I know.
to perceive it. I did think it was basically like a really good episode of Black Mirror. But it's supposed to be a movie, so that's got to be a little better than that.
And there were too many Shining references for me. Kind of unnecessary Shining references.
Yeah, I've heard that those were almost an accident.
Okay. My ass.
Right.
My ass is your ass, and your ass is smashed.
Yep.
I'm going Junior here.
Yeah, I'll go Junior on this one.
The 80s reigning supreme.
Uh-huh.
I love you, Junior. And I love you, Uncle. Or is that his brother? Or his cousin? JFK Jr. is cousins with RFK.
Okay. Next, we got Sean Connery, 1989's winner, versus Chris Evans, 2022's winner.
Why does Sean Connery look like the Pope here?
Yeah, I don't. This
dressed
is
as the
not a
Pope.
hot picture of Sean Connery.
Yeah.
And I'd never really thought of him as a hot guy.
Neither did I. But his voice is awesome.
He talks like this,
Yeah.
Sean Connery.
Imagine him moaning in your ear.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't. This is one of those weird winners, you know?
I feel like in the 80s and early 90s, people were like fucking on old dudes a little more than they are now.
Yeah, this says older, balder, and better. Here's one leading man who doesn't need to fake it. Plus, for the first time, our look at 10 other contenders.
Oh.
And the other contenders seem to be Michael Jordan, John Goodman. John Goodman. Oh, yeah, the voice of Sully from Monsters, Inc.
The Big Lebowski.
And then it's hard to read that other one.
It's all right.
It says Keith something.
Keith
Sweat. I think it's Keith Sweat.
Yeah, this was them being like progressive, where they're like, you know what? We'll give it to a bald white guy.
Yeah, an old, bald white guy who is attractive probably based on his fame.
Yeah.
More
And
than
Chris
anything else.
Evans is just wet your whistle kind of hot.
Yeah, he's hot in like a way that I'm like, all right, I'm like rolling my eyes at it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like mainstream pop music. You're kind of like, sure, it's good, but like there's a lot of cool stuff out there.
He uses like the jade rock on his face or whatever and like gets like lymphatic massages. He's like that kind of hot where it seems like he puts in a lot of work on it, which is fine. But like he seems almost like a manufactured sexiness.
Yeah, it's like this is what they've decided is hot and they made him in a lab.
Yeah.
You know?
And I'll take him over the bald Pope here for sure.
Yeah, I'll take him over Connery.
But I will say if a sex tape of both of these men leaked, I would be going to Sean's first.
Well, yeah, because it'd be more interesting.
I want you to.
Is he alive?
I want to eat it from behind.
Is he alive, Sean Connery?
I hope so.
Yeah, me too.
Connery wants to eat it from behind.
All right, now we got 1990s winner Tom Cruise versus 2021's winner Paul Rudd.
I mean, kind of a battle of short kings here.
Is Paul Rudd that short?
Yeah, I mean, he's not tall.
I mean, he's not tall, but he could be like
5'10".
not super short.
Oh,
you know?
thanks.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise, I was raised in a household that was like blacklisted Cruise.
Oh, really?
Something about him. I think like just with my parents' age or something, I think they despised him for whatever reason. And I came into my Cruise phase later on. And I'm not going to lie. I'm like, I'm not obsessed. But if it's an older movie with Cruise, I'm like all in.
I was raised in a house that couldn't afford Cruise. Never been on a boat.
Okay.
Yeah. Tom Cruise is short and strange, and I know that we said, you know, we're gonna throw the ideologies aside. Mel Gibson won the first round, but something about him being a Scientologist and being that short and doing the thing where he kind of divorces all of the women that he marries at the same age seems like he's got something a little bit evil about him.
There's something about his like neurotic energy that like kind of turns me out. Like when he acts, he gets like, wow, he's all like, ah.
Right. Paul Rudd is hot, though, in a way that is more like tangible to me in real life. Like, if a woman is like, wow, Paul Rudd's hot, I'm like, yeah, because he's also awesome.
Oh, true. Yeah, there's something like likable about him.
Yeah, I love Paul Rudd.
And there's really nothing likable about Cruise, except like Eyes Wide Shut.
Right. I mean, he's been in some cool movies, but Paul Rudd is like, he's not only hot to look at, but he's hot like because he's funny and cool.
Yeah, but there's something about the filmography of Cruise that just turns me on. He was able to do Cocktail, Eyes Wide Shut. Like he's just all over the place. He's got a wide range.
We're not talking about breadth of filmography here.
I know, but part of that turns me on and makes me interested in seeing him naked.
But Tom Cruise's interviews is him jumping on a couch saying, I love Katie Holmes. Paul Rudd's interviews are him getting high with Jason Segel and talking about a unicorn named Gideon.
Yeah, and his parents being brothers.
Yeah, his parents are related, which is somehow that's cooler to me because that's like a genetic miracle sort of thing where it's like this dude was made from incest and look how hot he turned out.
It's like when you drop when you drop a glass of milk and then like the spill makes the Virgin Mary on the floor.
Yep, and then you sell a picture of it on eBay for $10,000.
Total mistake. Shouldn't be pretty, and it is.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Paul Rudd.
Yep, easily going Tom Cruise here for me.
Oh, all right, Grant. What do we got?
Paul Rudd.
That's fine.
Thank you. And if you shorten Paul Rudd, it's Pud, which is awesome.
Okay.
Now we got 2005's Matthew McConaughey versus Michael B. Jordan in 2020.
Yeah, nothing to do with nothing here, but it's McConaughey for me.
Yeah, Matthew McConaughey.
He's what I aspire to be.
Yeah, but I've been having like a little bit of a tough time with Matthew McConaughey lately.
Because he's going to run for president?
No, I love his movies. But there's something so like male coded about it. Yeah. Where it's like his best performances are the ones where they just let him spew strange philosophy that sounds super rootsy. Like I was watching True Detective season 1 for the first time. And I was like, wow, this is like every guy's wet dream because it's just Matthew McConaughey sitting at a table drinking beer, smoking cigarettes, being like, the thing about the South is you never know what's gonna come around the bend. And I'm like, oh yeah, like I love it, but I'm like, I get why this works for so many people. It's because that's the thing we like from him. Yeah. But it is so corny. Like we were watching Interstellar, right. Hunter. You're made to believe that this guy is like a farmer in this post-apocalyptic situation that also knows a bunch about space travel and has to go on this trip to like save the world. And he like walks in and they're like, you notice anything about this space? And he's like, looks like it's made of a centrifuge. And I'm like, he doesn't know what that means.
Yeah, but I think that is like, for me, I can suspend my disbelief because it's near future. And like maybe in the near future, the rootsy like pilot is a guy who's been to space a bunch of times instead of like a guy who drive truck.
Yeah, it just, he knows too much and the way that he says things. I don't know. This is like a non-complete thought. It's just something I've been thinking about is like every guy's wet dream is listening to Matthew McConaughey spew bullshit for like an hour.
I mean, he's kind of like Springsteen of the screen in a lot of ways. Like he's like, I don't need alcohol to make myself feel easy. I just look out into the great wilderness.
Right. And Michael B. Jordan is like very stereotypically just a hot guy. Yeah. Like he's a guy you see at the gym and you're like, holy shit, there's a guy who looks like that. Like that's crazy. But Matthew McConaughey, there's more to his hotness that is not just physical. Yeah. And so I feel like it's weird to pick Matthew McConaughey here, but like,
I mean, if McConaughey goes out in the first round, I walk off set. So
right, yeah, offset. I'll go with Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, sorry, MBJ. His name is Michael Jordan, which is awesome. We didn't really talk about that at all.
Yeah, that's kind of the new thing, though. There's a lot of people with that. Like we were talking about in the NFL. There's Kobe Bryant. There's another Michael Jordan who plays guard for the Patriots, which is awesome because Michael Jordan was a guard.
Like soon enough, we'll have a LeBron James in like hockey.
There is a LeBron James in basketball.
2 of them.
Yep. Play for the same team, too. They both play for the Lakers.
I've always been a Lakers fan.
Now we got 1991's Patrick Swayze versus 2019's John Legend. John Legend is strange looking, and I could understand thinking that he's hot in like he's a nice guy sort of way, but doesn't really do it for me.
It's the voice, man. Like that carries so much weight. Like you like see John Legend, you're like, and then he touches those keys and starts to sing, and you're like, oh God.
He looks like airbrushed.
Yeah,
No.
he looks soft a little bit, but Swayze is a freak.
Yeah, totally.
Swayze looks so weird. I don't know about it. I mean, obviously I like Roadhouse and Ghost, and he's got a great career, but he's like, the head's like a block, and like, I don't know, the era that he really was hot in, obviously the hair was fucked up.
Forgive me if I'm overstepping here, but I will say that I feel like Patrick Swayze is hot in the same way that you are.
Yeah, it's a strange
It's
thing.
like a freak thing.
Yeah, it's a
like,
freak thing.
It's like handsome on paper, but also kind of freaky looking.
Yeah, scary.
Yeah.
Could be in a horror movie or a romance.
Totally.
You know, I can play both.
Yeah.
Or I could be like,
Right. There's a handsomeness that it transcends vibe.
yeah, thank you.
It's very strange.
Thank you.
Yeah, totally.
That means a lot, and not always in not a good way.
No, I don't think I was being nice when I said it.
We're ordinary people. That's John Legend.
All of me wants all of you.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go Legend here because I don't want to think about Swayze anymore. He does really freak me out.
I'm gonna go with Patrick Swayze.
Grant?
John
Swayze.
John Swayze.
Now we got 1992 Nick Nolte versus 2018 Idris Elba. How did Nick Nolte win this?
Because he's a strong, sensitive, and squared away at last. He's a man's man.
That women love. I'm gonna guess.
Yeah,
that's what it
that's
said.
fine.
I don't really know.
Yeah, I mean, I like the glasses here, but yeah, Nick Nolte's never done it for me. And Idris Elba's a DJ.
Right. Yeah. He's a grime DJ and rapper.
Yeah, there's something about, I'll say it. And
He's an actor too.
I know.
Yeah.
There's something about a hot, older black British man.
Yeah. Once he got the gray in the beard, it was like over. I was like, oh, that's the hottest
Like,
guy.
he's a hot American, but then he walks in and is like, hello, missus. And I'm like, oh!
And his voice is like the deeper British voice too, where he's like, oh, you'd love to be in the movies, you know.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Like, I can't even do it. That's
Yeah.
like a British accent I can't do.
It's like, yo, save some huzz for the rest of us.
Some huzz? What's that?
It's huzz, you know?
What's
like
that?
the huzz.
I don't get it.
Okay.
No, I want to know.
No, that's fine. You get
I
some.
want to know.
Hey,
Can you show me? I want to know about this huzz you speak of.
Not a lot of people really believe that, like that kind of shit's improv, because we're so like in tune. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
The huzz or the hose.
You're still not telling me what huzz is.
I just said the huzz or the hose.
The hose.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like, oh, okay. It's slang. We're doing like a
Bro gets no huzz.
bros before huzz.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it now.
Save some of the huzz for us, Idris.
Okay, so Idris is taking all the huzz.
If he walks in, the huzz game's over for the rest of us.
Okay, all right. Yeah, totally. I get it now. Yeah.
Fuck Nick Nolte.
Yeah, fuck Nick Nolte. Even though he looks like a hot country boyfriend.
He also, the 90s sucked for magazines. Look how orange he looks. He looks like a carrot.
Yeah, but I wish there were pictures of me like that.
Yeah, of course.
Like-
You could use a filter.
Ooh, somebody filter me.
Hey.
Put me on People magazine as most decent man
Yeah.
alive or something like that. Because I obviously I'm
DK,
not
give us
one.
a 90s filter.
And then I'm like,
Go you. I don't know what was going on in the 90s. That's good, man. Okay. Idris.
Idris moves on. What do you think about my facial hair, by the way?
Oh, I didn't even really think about it.
Okay, cool.
Probably not going to do it either.
I just got like, some comments about it last night from our friend Tony at a
Yeah.
restaurant that I walked into and didn't know he was going to be there and then got sat at the table right behind his. What are the odds?
Pretty good, I guess. I mean, they're not like that low. I think you should go for it for like a week.
I think I'm probably going to get rid of it tomorrow.
Well, that just exemplifies your insecurities.
No, I know how I want to look.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, you could fucking flop something on me every day and I just kind of check it out.
Yeah, see, I'm not usually doing that. I did think it made me look more manly.
I do too, yeah.
And then I was like, do I really want to look more manly? I don't think so.
You should start filling beer cans with Prosecco and then just drinking those so people think like you're having like a Coors Light phase.
Oh, yeah, but it's Prosecco instead.
It's like,
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
Yeah, canned wine. I like wine. Is this all right? Is this going?
You don't seem okay.
I know, right?
I feel great.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I feel like I lost steam
Yeah, a little.
as soon as we started.
But that's okay.
I got some steak and gnocchi in the fridge. Do you mind if I...
Gnocchi. Gnocchi.
See, this is
I
exactly.
have gnocchi in the
This
hands.
is exactly what I don't need right now.
Oh,
Because obviously you can
It's
tell I was
ganache.
feeling a little bit more. I was feeling insecure, and so like you doing that, it's like the worst timing for that.
oh.
And I will ask again. I have some steak and gnocchi in the fridge. Do you mind if I grab that?
I have steak in gnocchi too. I bought a bunch of stock in potato pasta. It's ganache.
It's not. It's gnocchi.
It's whatever. You don't have to try and correct me. I'm living a life, man. It's a good one. Go ahead, blow me off.
What the fuck? I feel like Joker, and that would make you.
Harley Quinn and this bitch with a blower.
No.
Oh,
It would make you Robert De Niro, host of the talk show.
okay.
Have you seen Joker?
Yeah, it's whatever.
Mm,
I'm not a big fan of that kind of stuff.
okay.
Romanticizing terrorism and the incel lifestyle of so many whites.
All right, next. Next, we got 1994's Keanu Reeves versus 2017's Blake Shelton.
I don't want to spend much time on this one. It's Keanu Reeves. Blake Shelton is a monstrosity.
Yeah, he looks like a hot guy got scrambled up.
He
He
looks
got
like
all the features of a hot guy, but they are in the wrong order.
he looks like when there's like an only child who like the parents are he's super spoiled and they're like really gassing up. They're like, "Who's our little handsome man?" And he walks out and he's like,
It looks like, honestly, like a hot stepdad who you just get the worst vibes from right away. You're like,
Yeah.
yeah, she's dating. My mom's dating this, like, he's really hot, I guess, but like, oh,
he's
geez.
like really into your girlfriend.
Yeah, he's like making like snide comments about it.
When's Clarissa coming back over? She is leggy.
You're like, ooh, lucky you.
Yeah, lucky you. You must be packing something down there, huh, champ? Bop.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Keanu Reeves, very hot,
Awesome,
still hot,
too, and just
he's
awesome.
so cool, dude.
Yeah, go watch My Private Idaho and try not to pop some wood.
Yeah, it's right. My private Idaho. I private my privates. And my private Idaho.
They don't call it potato country for nothing. You really nailed that, dude. Everything you did in that
Thanks, man.
section was
Thanks,
on
man.
fire.
Yep.
From the stepdad thing to the fucking My Private part.
Yeah, yeah. My
great.
private part's more like Idaho. I've got Idaho. My
I'm
privates.
a hoe
My
for
privates are in Idaho right now.
Yeah.
I'd hold back all my privates from the Keanu stuff.
Oh yeah, move them on, baby.
Matrix.
Yep.
All right, 1995 and 2000's winner Brad Pitt with this picture, and then Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in 2016.
I mean, long-haired Brad Pitt is one of my idols.
Mm-hmm.
I wish when I grew it out, it was somehow both stringy and thick and luxurious and like greasy yet clean. And I don't know, there's something, when he did it like this, it sent shockwaves through the nation.
Brad Pitt has been like 16 different hot guys throughout his life, and he's just so hot all the time. And as a guy, once again, who is straight,
Yep.
there's something that happens, and I feel like I got to do an accent a little bit just to get to say this.
Yeah.
It's a more of a defense mechanism that I'm doing.
Totally.
But there's something happens to me when I see Brad Pitt in most of the time.
Yeah, he's almost so hot, it's like a woman. That's what I'll say. It's almost so hot, he's like a woman to me.
Yeah.
And that's just me as a straight guy. Obviously, I understand how that sounds. I'm just saying, Brad Pitt almost so pretty, he like a gal.
Yeah, there's something about that Brad Pitt that every time I see him, it is almost like seeing a hot woman.
Yeah.
Sometimes a guy's so hot, he's like a girl.
Yep. And The Rock is hot in the way where like he could like pick me up, I guess.
Yeah, he'd like pass a test. Like if you did a test, like, is this guy hot? It'd like pass all the protocol, but it doesn't do anything to me.
No, he's collegiate athlete, hyper muscle man. This is like, I don't know. Yeah.
And you got rid of all like the extracurriculars. There's no hair. There's no like real personality beyond just like movie star wrestler guy. And so he's like hot in a way that does absolutely nothing for me as a straight man.
Yeah, he's not much like a woman at all.
No.
And Brad Pitt's hair in this is it's almost like a gal.
Yeah, it's almost so hot. It's almost like he's a woman. All right, next we got Denzel Washington in 1996 versus David Beckham in 2015.
Beckham's kind of hot in the Chris Evans way, and I know obviously he's not an actor or whatever. He did the movie, but he's a great soccer player. He is English. He has that going for him, but classic Denzel. Just I want him to like yell at me.
Yeah, I wish he was my coach so bad.
I want him to point his finger in my face and tell me how I fucked up in every way.
Yeah.
I might squirt.
Yeah.
I literally might squirt if Denzel reprimanded me.
Yeah, I got to go with Denzel here. He got hotter since then, I think. He's like old guy hot too.
He is, yeah.
Where it's just like I totally understand the visceral reaction to Denzel Washington because he's such a strong man, such a moral like compass for people.
He is almost McConaughey times 12, where he's like every man's wet dream, but he like, is that strong moral thing where like women love him too. Women are crazy for Denzel.
Yeah.
I love in Fences when he yells at his son, he says, like you? I don't have to like you. I put food on the table, a roof over your head, fucking like you. His son's like, Dad, do you like me? And he goes on this rant at him, and he's like, I work every day.
That's what I wanted from my father figures in my life.
Yeah.
You know?
He's great. I want to see Denzel in just like a tucked in white shirt and some blue jeans with like blood on his knuckles or something.
Yep.
And he smokes PCP in Training Day. And shout out that drug. It saved my life.
Saved your life?
PCP saved my life. I was having a mental breakdown and I smoked it. And then I tripled down.
What does that mean?
Like it made it way worse.
Oh, okay.
But it almost expedited the process. Instead of like struggling for a month in a mental breakdown, I killed a cop in one night. And then I went to jail for 8 months and I got out on good behavior. So it kind of
sped it up. It tends to do that. PCP will speed you up. Yep. You want to speed up the process. You got to read a book really fast. PCP.
PCP.
I'm kidding, by the way. Don't do drugs. I feel like we have to say that now, which is such a suck.
I don't.
It's such a sucks.
That's a sucky thing for you, yeah.
Yeah, it absolutely sucks that I feel like I have some sort of moral obligation.
Yeah, I don't.
People
Never have.
started doing that.
Never have.
Started being like, oh, why say that? And I'm like, I don't know, because joke.
You know, like when they show the graphic when LeBron James touches the court and his money's just going up. It's like every time you tell a joke, money.
Right.
And it's like, what would these people, the critics out there, do for said amount of money? Probably worse, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But either way, I'm like, you don't have to judge me that way. Don't look up to me that way. That's not what
man, not preacher.
Yeah, man is Joker. What the fuck I feel like? I feel like Joker. And you watch on internet, you see me and you go, haha, or you go, oh, cool. Or you go, that sucked. Doesn't matter to me.
No.
You click video, I show up on there.
Right.
You see me real life, you go, oh, nice, you're that guy. And I go, yes. And then that's it.
You're not pissed when you hire a plumber and he comes over and he's not hot.
Right.
It's not part of his job description.
Yeah, my job description is not hero.
No.
By any means.
Plumber can come over fat sloppy.
Bless you, Grant.
If he fixes the sink, job done.
Right.
If you make laugh, job done.
Exactly.
So,
yeah,
suck on that one.
That's job.
I'm sticking up for you.
Thanks,
That's technically.
Yeah. Technically.
Denzel.
All right, now we got another double winner, 1997 and 2006, George Clooney, and Chris Hemsworth, 2014.
I thought Chris Hemsworth was a bitch here.
What was that?
I thought Chris Hemsworth was the huzz here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Literally scrolled down and I was like, Meryl Streep's on here?
This is like a bad example of guy so pretty look like girl.
There's something about that pose, the cross arm neck touch and the blonde hair. Out of the corner of my eyes, I thought it was Meryl Streep in Adaptation.
George Clooney. Speaking of adaptation, he's not in that movie.
Nope. He's not. He did adapt to time, though.
Yeah, he is just like Brad Pitt in the way that he's been a bunch of different hot guys in his life, but kind of just the same one. He's just always been old, hot.
Yeah, he didn't really blow up till later in his career. He has been acting for a long time, but his younger roles are kind of like, whoa, it's that gray-haired Clooney, Ocean's 11, that like, he's almost Vaughn-esque in like, he's so quick and has his own like unique delivery style. And you're just like, God, he does something to you. He's almost manic.
But I mean, like in his late 20s, he was already like graying.
Yeah.
You know, like he's always been old guy hot. And it really just stays the same. Like he's always looked like that.
Yeah.
That's what he's looked like. And he's always been hot.
And Chris Hemsworth is Thor, who's like dumb. I hate that shit. I
don't know shit about Chris Hemsworth other than I'm like, boring. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's Clooney for the loon.
Yeah, it's Clooney. Now we got 1998's Harrison Ford versus 2013's Adam Levine.
Adam Levine literally looks like an advertisement for a sex doll. Like that looks like 14 payments of $49.99. You can fuck this realistic silicone thing that gets sent to your house.
Yeah, he looks airbrushed, but I don't know. There's something, I kind of feel like this is the best example of that as a guy, I totally get why Adam Levine is seen as hot. I just think he's seen as like grimy and all that shit now. It's been like recontextualized.
Totally.
But he's like sex on a stick.
Well put. Yeah.
You know, like you could buy it at a food truck. That's sex on a stick.
Yeah.
And that's Adam Levine. And I totally get it. It almost feels like you're sinning by thinking he's hot. Like if you're a woman and you're like, I think Adam Levine's really hot, you're like, ew, you're gross for thinking that. It's like candy. It's like really sugary candy. It's like, oh, you like that candy? Yeah, you're meant to because it's like full of sugar.
Yeah, he's like 35 and he pulls up to like a college bar on a motorcycle. And he's like, I just like the drinks here. And we're like, okay, yeah.
And his shirt's not ever on.
No, he's like, oh, fuck, I spilled a little something on it. We've spent a little too much. We've lingered on Levine.
Right.
And Harrison Ford had it going on, definitely back in the day in like a deep voiced, like hot neighbor kind of way. But this era of him, like, is kind of gross.
Yeah, he's an old man.
I don't like, and we've seen other hot old men on here. That's not to say we're ageist by any way, but this is gross. Especially like the crotch shot I can see here.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
And you got 3 right down there. You got Leonardo DiCaprio, you got Brad Pitt, and you got...
That looks like Quentin Tarantino.
I think it's Antonio Banderas.
Okay.
And they're all hotter than him.
Totally.
And like that's not really like up for debate.
Dream blunt rotation though, for real.
Totally, man.
Yo, Ford, quit bogarting that blizzy.
And then on the other side, you got Justin Timberlake and who is that?
Paul Dano.
There's another Hemsworth, I think.
Okay.
Whatever.
Adam Levine's like a porn star hot.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Adam Levine here.
Yeah, sadly I kind of have to too.
All right, now we got 2001 Pierce Brosnan.
Yes.
Versus 2012 Channing Tatum.
This is Die Another Day era Brosnan, I believe, like his last Bond. He did dick down Halle Berry in that flick, and that was kind of one of the first public erections I ever achieved. I was in the movie theater with my grandfather, and Halle Berry got dicked down by Pierce Brosnan, and I believe I chopped some wood, if you will. It was a bit of a sexual awakening.
Right. I'm seeing that Justin and Selena are over. They split. OMG, they're totally over. That's what I see on there. Also, 186 men we love. That's too many. That's way too many.
That's all right.
For a magazine?
That's fine.
I don't know anything about Pierce Brosnan. I didn't watch any of those movies.
Oh, I loved this, man. He's got that posh British thing going on where he's like, yes, I vacation in, I don't know where they vacation in Europe or the UK, but you know what I'm getting at.
Channing Tatum is like the Adam Levine thing where it's kind of like sex on a stick a little bit.
Yeah.
But he's got a little bit more personality. He kind of like jokes about his own sexiness in a way that is a little more charming, you know?
He's definitely a better actor.
Right. Well, Adam Levine's not, whatever.
Well, he tried to act like a good husband and that failed.
Yeah, that failed. He was going to name his baby after his mistress, which is just straight up scumbag activity.
I go Pierce heavy here. Channing's like, not my style. He's like high school quarterback beefcake.
I'm going to go Channing Tatum here and leave it up to Grant.
Show me Channing.
Yeah, I think Channing Tatum's pretty hot, man.
That's fine, dude. I'm going to choose most of the guys in this that I'd like my dad to look like.
Right, but instead your dad looks like an old version of you. All right, now we got 2002 Ben Affleck versus 2011 Bradley Cooper.
God, Ben Affleck has aged like yogurt.
Yeah, what the fuck? I didn't even know he ever looked like that.
Oh, come on. Old Ben Affleck movies, he was a fuck damn hunky.
I like Gone Girl.
Yeah, but he's like kind of sloppy in that even.
Yeah, they're all saying he's handsome in that movie, and I'm like, I'm not really buying that he would be considered the handsome husband
he's like
murderer.
Good Will Hunting. He was like hot Boston college bad boy.
Yeah, and Bradley Cooper.
I love the guy.
Yeah, I love Bradley Cooper. I mean, he's great.
He's hot in that way that like really famous A-listers who are closeted homosexuals are.
Yeah.
That's like when I look at Bradley, I'm like, oh, not everyone knows, but everyone knows.
Right. He's hot in the way that like maybe his sexuality is almost like a lie.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you mean straight actor Bradley Cooper? And then we all like wink.
We all
we all go, oh. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Straight actor Bradley Cooper. He's hot in that way where like if I were not a straight man.
Yeah, we could be secretly getting it on.
Me and Bradley Cooper would be similar.
Yep.
Almost if I like was not straight.
You don't go around flaunting your fake sexuality. You did in the early 2000s because you had to carve out a career for yourself. But Yeah, you're really good. Let's just say you're really good at acting.
Yeah, you're good at acting and you do it every day.
Yep.
You love acting so much you do it every single day.
Totally.
He's a good-looking guy though.
He's awesome. Yeah, I love Bradley Cooper. He seems so warm.
Uh-huh.
And I really like where his career's gone. He's directing now. And the range he showed in Maestro, I think, deserves a closer examination because he was really effing good in that.
You know what it is? He's hot in a way that like his life is a lie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And in that movie, that's what's crazy. He plays an old Jewish guy, awesome, with a prosthetic nose. And he has a wife that he runs around on with men,
In
like
that
younger
movie?
men.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And
Wow.
so for him to reach he doesn't even reach into his bag in that. It's not deep besides the Jewish part, but they gave him the prosthetic nose for that. But in that, he runs around on his fake wife with younger men, which is like, wow.
Which begs the question, is he a method actor? I am going to go with Bradley Cooper here.
Totally.
I think.
Yeah. I mean, this early era Affleck was great, but you kind of have to have staying power for me. And the way he didn't open the door for J-Lo pissed me off.
Yeah, I do think it's funny that if you look at a list of Ben Affleck's famous exes, it would be the same as the ranker list for most famous Jennifers.
Like Aniston and Lopez?
And Garner.
Ah, nice. There had to be three there for that to land. And it
Rule of
landed.
threes.
Stuck the landing.
Affleck.
Oh, fuck me. That's that little duck.
It's the little duck. Affleck.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. His brother's a piece of shit, though.
Totally.
Now we got another double winner, 2003 and 2009 Johnny Depp versus 2010 Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, I mean, Depp aged like a scarecrow and kind of looks like Jeepers Creepers now. But young Johnny Depp with those glasses and that, I mean, really, like, he's like the reason I ever wanted a middle part.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Depp had that flow, man, that absolute cabbage on top of his skull.
Yeah, he was hot in a way that was also like he could be a creepy guy in a movie.
Yeah.
And still be kind of hot.
Yeah, and that's rare.
Yeah, and then in real life, obviously, there's a lot of controversy surrounding that guy.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds is not hot.
Nope.
Just not a hot guy.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
it's
he's
not-
hot like on paper again, but it's like whatever.
It's not up to me, but it comes down to, like, for me, he's not hot because the way he acts.
Right.
He kind of does like a Clooney, Vaughn, Tom Cruise, where he's got his own personal thing where he can kind of like, actually, he's like a weird smartass, pseudo-intellectual guy, but he sucks. I don't know. No.
He's like a douchebag.
Yeah, no.
But I don't know if he is in real life, but
I
that's
doubt
what
it.
he usually plays.
Yeah, I
so,
doubt it.
whatever. I mean, look at Johnny Depp is on the other one. He's on the Ryan Reynolds cover.
Yeah, that's called staying power, people.
Right. So, yeah, we're going to go with that.
I like how it says on Johnny Depp's, Brad Pitt, George Clooney, Russell Crowe, Nick Lachey, Justin, and more.
Justin who?
Justin and more.
I'm going to guess it's Justin Timberlake based on the time.
Yeah, I think at this time he was probably such a big pop star they could just say.
Yeah, it was just Justin. It's
Yeah.
like saying Michael.
Or Ichiro.
All right, last one in the first round. We got 2004 Jude Law versus 2008 Hugh Jackman. Interesting. I'm going to assume you're bowing to Jude Law.
Yep.
Okay, because Hugh Jackman is also hot as fuck.
Fuck no.
Yes,
Hugh
he
Jackman
is.
looks like a crocodile compared to Jude Law.
What?
This
Hugh-
is not Jude's best picture, I will say that. But
Right.
Jude Law, they call it the Jude Law for a reason. He's the law of the land, how hot he is.
He's like another one who's like a handsome robot.
No, he's got that slicked back hair and he like behaves like a snake or something. Oh,
That's what I mean. It's like they made a robot for handsome.
God,
And that's what Jude Law is.
He's always wet. He's always wet with something.
Yeah.
And I'm going to assume half the time it's squirt.
Yeah. Hugh Jackman is like every mom's dream.
Yeah,
man,
that's true.
You know? And he gets to do the gruff hot guy old thing. Like
Which is cool.
And he like leaned into that and is like,
Yeah.
he's someone who I feel like is not super focused on how hot he is. He like played into it well as a humble guy.
Yeah, and I mean also made the majority of his money playing a superhero.
Yeah.
Which like superheroes don't get to be, unless they're women, of course, they don't get to be like sexual beings.
Right.
Because like
That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, because like what the hell's the one with Jennifer, what's her name, where she's naked and blue? That's like,
Avatar?
no, that's the X-Men thing.
What?
She's in X-Men and she's naked in blue.
I don't know. I don't watch superhero movies.
Who's in Hunger Games?
Jennifer Lawrence?
Jennifer Lawrence is naked in blue in an X-Men.
Ooh, Ben Affleck should date her. Keep climbing down that list of gens.
Jude Law never played a superhero, and honestly, if you're a man and you play a superhero, that takes away a lot for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Hugh Jackman.
Not even close. If Jude Law, yeah, I'm going Jude Law.
I'll take Jude Law.
He's
It's the right call, Grant. I tried to portray a threat there.
Yeah,
and then
it
I
seemed
even
like a
held
threat.
back.
Yep.
Talented Mr. Ripley, he fucks Matt Damon in the mouth.
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean, metaphorically, of course.
All right, second round. Mel Gibson, John F. Kennedy Jr.
These guys are probably good pals.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all if they bonded over their views on vaccinations.
No, this isn't Robert F. Kennedy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sure it's not.
Okay.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah, I'll go with JFK Jr. here. He was throwing like some very dead fits.
Don't ban Doritos, John.
It's okay. It's the wrong guy. Again.
Come on, man.
Yeah, Mel Gibson, no.
Let people eat what they want. Stop taking dead animals to parks. Don't do it, John.
At least they can't shit everywhere.
What?
That's what I hate about the dog park.
I don't care about this matchup. Can you just pick for me?
Yeah, it's John F. Kennedy Jr. I already
Okay,
picked.
Cool. Yeah, sweet.
Go look up his fits.
Chris Evans, Paul Rudd.
Ugh.
I'm going Paul Rudd here.
Yeah, I am too. And I know I just said the whole superhero thing, but yeah, Paul Rudd plays like a funny superhero.
Don't they both play superheroes? Is
Probably.
Chris Evans like Mr. America or some shit?
Oh, yeah, he is. He's Captain America.
Is he?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, or is that Chris
Hemsworth
I think
is
it's Chris
Thor.
Pontius. I think he's Captain America.
Dude, if they did that, that'd be funny.
Paul Rudd is Ant-Man, and I wish he was my uncle. That's kind of funny. Ant-Man. Ant-Man would be uncle.
I get it. Shout out NFR's Ant-Man.
Yeah. Shout out to NFR podcast, Ant-Man.
Ant-Man Anthony.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, Paul Rudd moves on. Now we got Matthew McConaughey and John Legend. Let's
This wasn't a
not
fair-
even talk about it.
This wasn't a fair matchup from the get-go.
Not at all.
That's like when the nerd challenges the jock to a fight. He's like, you know what? I'm standing up for myself, and at recess, I'm going to kick your ass. And he just gets one punched.
Yeah. Are you done?
Yeah, no, that's just what that reminded me
You
of.
done? Yeah.
Reminded me of the nerd trying to stand up for himself and getting one punched at recess.
All right.
Today's the day, Jack. I'm finally going to beat your ass.
Okay. Can we get on?
I'm doing it for the rest of the kids you pick on it.
Can we get on with
He
it?
spits out his teeth. And they don't even suspend him because Jack's so cool
It's
and
like the
strong.
longest story of all time. You're trying to set the Guinness World Record for longest story ever. We can move on now.
Yeah.
All right. Dum 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 dum.
That's really weird because
I can feel it coming in my head tonight.
I don't even know how to express how weird that is. You just did that because I was thinking of a filibuster Phil Collins pun in my head, and I was gonna say when I'm listening to Phil Collins, that's me filibustering because you said I'm going for the record for longest story, and without saying any of that, you played that drum solo, which is that's crazy. Wow.
And I'm a lot like Phil Collins the way I used to steal drums.
Feeling hot, hot, hot. That's like steel drum. I'm gonna go with Keanu Reeves here, probably.
What the hell? Oh, yeah. This is the matchup that we're talking about. I haven't even set it up yet.
Idris
Elba. Come on, dude.
Versus-
I'm talking and then you're talking. That's like that's called interrupting. Don't do it.
Idris Elba
No.
versus I'm talking now and you're interrupting.
I do the matchup names.
I can do this one.
No, you can't.
Idris Elba versus Keanu Reeves.
Not how it's pronounced.
I just did it.
It's Idris Elba versus Keanu Reeves.
What kind of name is Keanu when you
I don't know,
really
I've
think
never
about
met
it?
anybody named Keanu except the cat.
Yeah. What the
My
heck?
aunt and uncle won Keanu once. They won a lot of money. It's a bar game for numbers.
For numbers. It's close. I don't know.
This is kind of close.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. Keanu doesn't DJ. It's the thing. DJs are hot, hot, hot.
Yeah.
I say we leave it up to Grant.
Yeah, let's leave it up to Grant.
I don't know. I kind of hate how people love Keanu so much. I'm going to go with Idris.
Okay.
All right, that's fair.
valid.
Yeah.
I don't love the infatuation with him in his late career over the John Wick era. I'm more of a fan of aforementioned My Private Idaho.
Other side, we got Brad Pitt versus Denzel Washington. This one is tough.
I hate when the races are pissed together too.
What? I don't think it's not about race. It's about one guy versus another guy.
I know, but this is like one of the hottest black men of all time versus one of the hottest white men of all time. So you can't help but see it for a battle of black versus white.
Yeah, you can.
I can't.
I'm not seeing it that way.
I can't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I think I have to go in my gut, I go with Brad Pitt.
And see, for safety, I'm gonna go with Denzel because I don't want to be seen as a racist.
I don't think anybody.
Dude, I can't have that. I'll do all the drug talk. I'll take all the slander for everything else. But the last thing I want to be seen as, especially on the internet, is a GD racist. That's bad.
Yeah, you've been. I don't even want to go through it. I mean, like that's for sure what you're seeing on the internet.
Yeah.
People don't get that you're joking. A lot of people see that. Yeah.
And I hate it.
Yeah.
I absolutely hate it.
Then you shouldn't say what you say.
Yeah, but it's funny. Sometimes.
Right, it's funny.
Sometimes it's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh God, it's so funny sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna go with Brad Pitt. You're gonna go with Denzel, and that leaves it up to Grant.
Grant?
Give me Brad.
Oh golly, guys, that's gonna be hot water for you too.
I don't think so.
Oh, I'm almost. Oh God.
It's really not about that. It's just,
Brad Pitt hot like girl. Denzel never been hot like woman.
Yeah, no, he's hot like man.
Yeah.
All right, George versus Adam.
It's sadly, I think it's Adam.
What? It's George so easily.
I don't want to see George Clooney from the waist down, and I would like to touch Adam.
Jeez, man. Yeah, I'm Levine that one alone, which is a joke for word.
Fuck yeah.
I'm playing with words, and that's a joke, and it counts. Being,
I'd finger Adam's apple asshole.
what?
That's like an
What?
asshole fingering.
Nah, that one's not allowed.
I'd eat that forbidden Adam's apple.
Ew.
That's his ass.
Yeah, so we're gonna go with George. You're going with Adam, and Grant once again. George or Adam?
George.
Yeah.
Okay.
George
That's probably the
Clooney,
right call.
come on. I'd like to sip a dry martini with George Clooney at the bar and talk about life, and then whatever happens, happens. Channing Tatum versus Bradley Cooper.
I read that as Chihuahua Tatum when you scrolled down on it, just so everyone knows. That's like a Mexican version of Channing Tatum.
I'm gonna go with Bradley Cooper here.
BC for show.
Yeah.
It's just Channing Tatum's a little boring to look at.
Yeah, totally.
Like obviously he did the stripper thing.
Yep.
Which that's like an inescapable role that's always gonna be in the back of people's subconscious.
Magical Michael.
Yeah, Magical Michael's always gonna be in the subconscious, the way he grinds on those old women.
Yeah.
But the Bradley Cooper seems so complex and
Yeah, I find beauty in new strands of hair every time I look at Bradley Cooper.
yeah, that's a great way to put it.
Like the details. The beauty is in the details with Bradley.
Totally.
So I will look at him for longer.
Okay.
Okay, last one in this round, Johnny Depp, Jude Law. I'll go with Jude Law.
Thank you
here.
for coming to your senses.
Okay, all right.
Piercing little green or blue eyes.
I'd still go with Hugh Jackman over both of them, I think.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You don't get to say that.
I don't get to say it.
See you later, Captain Jack Off Sparrow. Jacking off.
He's jacking off a sparrow. He's doing a bird sex joke.
No, the bird's more like tweet, tweet, tweet.
Good.
Thank you.
Good for you.
Yeah, I was hanging out with a little kid on Saturday. And
Why? Why were you doing that?
I was at a family friend's house and they were watching the game and one of the kids there's two.
Okay.
She came up to me with a puzzle. There'd be a picture of a tiger and you pull it out and under that was a picture of a tiger. The same picture. And it was like 6 of them, duck, cat, horse. And I'd go, what's this? And I'd pull it out and it'd be the picture of the thing. And then the kid would do the noise of the thing. I'd pull out the horse. She'd go, nay. And I'd put it back in and say, good. And I'd pull out the tiger and she'd go, all right. Okay. I don't understand kids' toys, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's just teaching them like matching pictures together, probably shapes and animals. It does a little bit of
yeah, it does a little bit of both, I guess.
And it stimulates their eyes, I guess.
Ooh.
They're 2 years old. I mean,
that's kind of like me with Gaspar Noé films. And that's why I'm going to show my kids Enter the Void.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Got to get them started early on stuff like that. All right, Jude Law and a semester abroad. We're to our Elite 8 of hottest hunks by magazine.
Boom!
Boom! Sorry, mine wasn't as good. One second. I got to wind up for it.
Keep that one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're going for it, though. You really... Boom! Boom! Nice. That had some belly. That was guttural.
Yeah, you got to use your diaphragm if you want to boom correctly.
Boom! Boom!
I was wondering how people were going to spell it, and they've just gone with the regular boom. I thought there was going to be an A at the beginning.
Boom! Yeah,
it's a lot more A's than O's.
You kind of pop in the A in there.
Yeah.
It's not boom! It's boom! 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 Not boom! 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 Yeah, it's definitely A.
Yeah.
Boom! Then boom!
Beam.
Me in the movie theater. Boom! That's so I get everyone out so me and my sweetie can make out.
Me in the movie theater. Fire! All right, my Elite Eight. We got JFKG, and then we got Paul Rudd.
Yeah, I go John F. Kennedy Jr. here. He's definitely the hotter guy.
I'm gonna go with Paul Rudd.
That's fine, but I just want you to think like you like Paul Rudd because he's cooler and you're straight, and we're trying to be objective.
You done?
Yeah, sure. I guess I'm done.
You done?
Grant, who do you go with?
Paul Rudd.
See, that's just
No,
that's-
he's hotter.
no.
Yeah, he is.
People who are sexually attracted to men are gonna come for us downstairs.
Yes, he is. No, he's not. Who is hotter? No, he isn't. Yes, he is. Yes, he's this. Yes, he is. That's kind of what the video is.
Okay.
In a lot of ways.
Yeah,
but if it
that's
was a
fine.
musical. Unadulterated Loathing. Wicked out now. Go check it out. Matthew McConaughey versus Idris Elba.
This is kind of a battle of accents.
Right. You got Texas.
Yeah, you have like just this primal Texas accent. It's so Americana, it kind of tickles everyone's clit.
It also is like his own thing, though. Like,
Yeah, he's-
nobody else sounds like Matthew McConaughey.
No, he's like defined his own Texas thing. He's like a Texas monk.
I'm going to go with Matthew McConaughey. I'm going to get it out of the way. And I think I've said this on video before, but if we didn't know how to pronounce his name, nobody would get it right. It is insane to me that his last name is spelled that way.
Yeah.
Because if I just saw that, I'd be like, McConaughey. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, how the fuck? Mac on a gay? Like, you, Mac on a gay guy?
I go Idris. It's really, really close. But I think current day Idris is like so strong and so DJ and so he's almost Brat.
No,
and
I don't think
he's
so.
like he's more Brat than Matthew
Yeah, but that's not
because he's British.
right, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah.
you could say that. It doesn't.
So
yeah.
for me, that has always weighed in big
Uh-huh.
on someone's attractiveness, how Brat they are.
That's not true.
It's like basically, yeah, it is. And I'll go with Idris.
I'm going Matthew. Grant?
Idris.
That's crazy.
He's doing it with yeah, because Grant's smart.
I'm going to keep this on my lap if that's, I mean,
Why?
because it's easier. I don't like doing, look at.
I like
Boom.
when I can see it over there.
Burp.
And I think it looks better when it's not on your lap.
Okay. That should be good.
I guess I don't care, but I think this sucks for viewer at home.
Really? For
Yeah.
them? I think they'd probably like it. It's different. We're mixing it up.
That's
You want to
not-
hold it?
I guess.
No, don't do that. That's
What?
bad for the viewer at home. Brad Pitt, George Clooney. That's a tough one because they've been in a lot of movies together.
Yeah, they are. And it's not tough, though, because Brad Pitt is versatile. Clooney's got one move.
Brad Pitt moves on. I agree with you.
Thank you. I wish I could see. No, I don't. It's whatever, dude. It's just, you've made your decision. Now you have to lie in it. Yeah.
Look at that. Zoomed in on it. Boom.
Zoomed in on that hoe.
This is fun for them. Look at it. It's on the side. They're seeing what my fingers are doing on the side.
Ugh.
Nah, that's not what I meant.
Everything is a sexual innuendo with you.
Yeah, with me?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. Bradley Cooper, Jude Law.
Wow. I'm firmly in Jude Law's camp here. He got hair plugs this year, and I think that was a great call. And he knocked up the nanny, which is also just a baller
Fran
ass.
Drescher?
That's a baller ass move.
He knocked up Fran Drescher?
Yeah. And then they hired a babysitter, and he knocked her up.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's wild. I didn't know about this scandal.
Yeah, when I sat next to him at the Toronto Film Festival this year, he was definitely on coke too, and he's like in his 50s. Also a baller ass move.
Right. If you're getting older, it's a good move.
It's a good move.
Pop into some cocaine.
It keeps you young.
Yeah, absolutely. At least gives you energy to get through the
Yeah.
day. You
Yeah,
know?
it's tough being old. So
Yeah, it is tough. It's tougher now more than ever to be old.
I'm not going to be too upset which one wins here, but I am a Jude
Law moves on.
Yes!
All right, we got our final four, and it's an awesome one. Paul Rudd versus Idris Elba.
Idris Elba. I don't know how Paul Rudd's made it this far, and I'm getting a little worried about it.
I'm going with Paul Rudd here
Jesus fucking Christ.
because he's awesome.
He looks like your neighbor 3 doors down.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't look like that. And Three Doors Down was an awesome band. Okay? Just let me go.
Grant, what do you do?
Idris.
Thank you.
All right, Idris, that's fine. It's cool
Finally,
with
some
me.
sensible men in this building.
Oh, yeah, some sensible men in this building. I bet you'd like that.
What the hell is that? A gay joke?
I don't even know anymore. I am hungry for steak and gnocchi. I'm
did you
running
make a
out of
gay
energy.
joke?
I think I did, and I didn't mean to.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man.
Yeah. Oh, look it. This kind of looks like Wicked.
I don't know what that is.
Green and pink. It's part of it.
Okay.
It's Glinda and Elphaba.
Alphaba?
Elphaba.
I don't know what that is.
Elphaba. She's the Wicked Witch of the West, but she's not so wicked after all.
I don't know what that is.
And Glinda made her name just Glinda to honor one of the other characters.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
Glinda is Ariana Grande, and Cynthia Erivo, I think is how you say it. Cynthia Erivo is Elphaba.
I don't know what that is.
They're
okay.
roommates at which school?
Okay, I don't know who that is.
It's fine, but I can explain it to you.
I don't know who it is.
It's fine. And then Ariana Grande's boyfriend, who is SpongeBob on Broadway, he's also in it, and he plays one of the guys who's like a little munchkin.
See, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, well, I just explained it.
See,
You can just listen.
Still don't know what it is.
All right, but it's wicked.
Never seen it.
I guess we'll try defying gravity.
Leave room for defying gravity.
Hold space.
Hold space.
Gotta hold space for the lyrics of Defying Gravity. All right. Brad Pitt, Jude Law.
I go Jude Law.
That's dumb.
No, it's not.
Brad Pitt.
That's fine. I have my own opinion about boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go with Brad Pitt.
Word.
And Grant.
Yep.
All right. Thank you.
That's fine.
Yeah. Obviously.
Anybody who's sexually attractive to men, I bet you this pisses them off.
Really?
It's Brad Pitt versus Idris Elba, and we're gonna pick Brad Pitt as the winner. Like that's gonna piss people off.
I don't think it'll really piss people off.
Okay, but we are gonna put a poll in the chat, and we're gonna stall briefly, and your guys' vote matters, I guess, to you if you vote, but it doesn't matter to us, and it doesn't affect the outcome, and no one else besides really the people in the premiere are gonna care.
Yeah, the poll is up there for just the premiere, which
Yeah.
is in the future for us. It's in the present for you.
Yep.
And so you're going to see that. You're going to vote. You're going to do your little click.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't affect what we do in the past, which is when we're filming this.
Yep.
And it doesn't affect the future.
Nope.
Like when you're watching the video and you miss the premiere, sorry, too
Yeah.
late. And you're just going to see who wins. And maybe there's a chat replay on and you can see who won the poll.
Yeah,
Probably be the same person. I'm guessing it's going to be Brad Pitt.
totally.
And maybe it's not. Maybe you guys are all like, wow, Idris Elba. Wow,
Maybe we're doing a bait and switch. Yeah.
Who knows? But me personally, I'm going with Brad Pitt because, again, he's so hot, it's almost like a woman.
Yeah, and I'll go with Idris Elba.
Really?
Yeah, I guess. I'm fucking it up.
You're gonna fuck it up? I mean, you can.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. It comes down to. I guess it just comes down to Grant at that point.
Yeah.
Idris Elphaba from Wicked.
I don't know what that is.
You're allowed to. I'm allowed to explain
I
it.
know,
It's a movie that's
but
out.
but like you're explaining that, and I still don't know.
Popular.
See, I don't know what that is.
It's a song
It's
from
with the
Wicked.
Weeknd.
What?
The Weeknd and Madonna.
No, that's a different thing. That's for the Idol.
I don't know what that
You
is.
do know what that is, and we've talked about it. It
Oh,
doesn't.
wasn't Lily Rose Depp is in Nosferatu coming out on Christmas Day. Vampire. Grant, what do you go with?
Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Somebody do the splits. Somebody do the splits.
Grant, what do you go with?
I want Idris to win.
He wants it, and you got it, buddy. Idris Elba wins the Sexiest Man Alive People Magazine's bracket. It's the first one we've ever done, and it's the last one.
Unless we could do one in 32 years.
If I'm still alive in 32 years, I want you both to kill me.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll do it together.
Yeah, awesome.
I don't think both of us. I think odds are one of us three will already be dead by then.
Okay, well, either one, someone do it.
Okay. Idris Elba wins the Sexiest Man Alive bracket, People Magazine's Sexiest Men Alive. And let us know what you think about that downstairs. And let us know also some other things to do. What bracket do you really want to see? What video do you really want to see? Is everything all right in your life? Let us know all of that downstairs. And also make sure to like, video, comment, and also Patreon and close with Copes. And that's pretty much all of it. Would you like to say anything?
I'm good.
You're good?
I'm good.
Give him one last boom.
Boom!
We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. We've been Hive Mind Unlimited, and that's DJ Grant.
Bye, Grant.
Bye.
What'd you get up to this weekend? How did those L crashouts go?
Oh, they were W crash outs all around, but
Oh,
it was
okay.
a big weekend of crash outs, a holiday crash out weekend.
Yeah, we had a big crash out weekend.
was
Everybody
awesome.
crashed out, and everybody's left in a different state.
Yeah.
I'm in kind of like a goofy mode after my L crash out.
And I spent a day in the hospital, but now I am feeling goofy.
Yeah, you were in the hospital yesterday
Yep.
for alcohol poisoning.
For poisoning my body with alcohol.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
now I'm just like feeling silly. I had a goofy dream where I was getting crash out tattoos. And now I'm all good, man. I'm feeling lucky to be alive. One of those days.
Yeah, you got to thank the Lord for stuff
Yeah,
like that. You know?
absolutely.
Another 24 on the clock.